Los Angeles Rams are world champions. A Lombardi trophy for Los Angeles.
Boy number 12, first time in SoFi in the new uni. Thought the boys did pretty damn good. First one in SoFi. Appreciate y'all boys for coming out.
Shout out Rams fan, baby. 1-0. Let's go 2-0 now.
Yo, Rams Nation, man. We did it again, baby. We started a new season, but we on the same thing. 1-0. I'm gonna see y'all in 2 weeks when we take on the Colts back here at SoFi. You better come and you better not miss it. Rams Nation!
Rams win, baby. Great win, man. In SoFi, 1-0. Whose house? Let's do it. It's a dog!
The Ramilia Sports Report is not filmed in front of a studio audience.
What is up, my Ramilia fans of the Los Angeles Rams? Hope everyone's having a great Sunday. It was a sloppy game. Hold on. It was a sloppy game, to say the least. Let me get my chat up. We'll take it. It wasn't the game that I wanted. But we got the W. That's all that counts. A few takes. 14-9. Now, Stafford was rusty. They were out of sync. We didn't score until 53 seconds into the second quarter before it was going to end to halftime. We didn't score. And so the first quarter, no score. Second quarter, no score until the last 53 seconds. Where was Tutu Atwell? We kept hearing all off season. This year's going to be different. We're going to, he had one catch. I don't remember. I might have stepped away or was doing something and I didn't see another attempt. I haven't even looked at the stats, but Tutu Atwell could have made it a lot easier. Just get him isolated, have Puka Nacua and Devontae Adams, who we'll get back to him in a second. Have them do a natural screen, have Tutu Atwell in the slot going behind them, and where they kind of rub off the defender, a natural screen, and get him open, throw him the ball, and he's gone 30, 40 yards or maybe a touchdown. I don't understand. Or just throw the ball deep and up and go route. Davis, George Kittle, Allen scored a touchdown today. Xavier Smith, OG Willie Bones guy, had a nice catch in the sideline. Kyron Williams had a nice game. Dotson got hurt. I didn't see if he came back or not. I was too focused on how we needed to win this game. I didn't even look. He went out with an ankle, and I didn't see if he came back. If you guys know in the chat, let me know. That Nate Landman, remember I was telling you, okay, look, football isn't that tough, hard to understand. When you have a great defensive line, and then to back that up, a pretty good linebacking core, and then to back that up in the back end, the secondary, it helps the defense. Nate Landman in one game, his first game, right, made the difference. He punched the ball out. Remember, I was telling you that, and on my community post, that he in camp that we're going to need these turnovers. Remember last year we couldn't get them. He punched the ball out Mike Tyson style and secured the game in his first game with the Rams. So that was good. You got to do what you have to do. Devontae Adams. This is what happens when Matthew Stafford is laid up and can't get the timing and get in sync with Devontae Adams. Remember Allen Robinson, right? Sleepwalking Allen Robinson, the zombie. Remember how when Stafford had the back issue again, a different kind of back, or it was a back contusion, and then he it got worse, but they weren't able to practice and get the cohesiveness, and then he went off to a slow start, and then it ended up being a bust, a signing, but this is not going to the same thing. But Devontae Adams, there's a one ball's too high, one ball's too low. It looked like he couldn't get separation a couple of times. We'll see what happens in the next game. But I would have rather had just kept Cooper Kupp, who dropped the big ball in Seattle too. The Seahawks had one job to do and they lost. Brock Purdy was trying to throw the game away. He made a couple of nice plays at the end. There was one play where he threw it up to the corner of the end zone. And again, if you don't throw it, you're not going to have any results. He threw it up, and their tight end, Tonjes, Dwight Clark Tonjes, I guess. He threw it up. The defender's like this, but he's falling back, a la what's the receiver in the Super Bowl did that to us? Van Jefferson. You know how Van Jefferson went back in the end zone and then was intercepted. He fell back and the tight end cut right in front of him and caught it. If he would have just went aggressively after the ball, one of the I think CBS, one of the media heads was saying Brock Purdy was very lucky today. They were just standing there. If he would have went aggressively for the ball, he could have knocked it away or caught it, which is true. But you got to make the play. So props to him. They got that. But the Seahawks had one job, and Kittle went out. CMC wasn't the same player, but he was good enough. Kind of looked stiff. I was just looking at some of the highlights, and I was trying to watch it, but I was mostly on our game. I was like, when are we going to score? But anyway, we got the dub. And Sam Darnold was Sam Darnold. I mean, he drove them back down, right? It was Sam Darnold versus I'm going to get to our team, but I just want to get this off my chest. It was Sam Darnold versus Brock Purdy, right?
Yeomans on the sideline can clear things up as we look at
Sam Darnold versus Brock Purdy, right? To see who wins, who's gonna win the game, right? In the battle of the elite quarterbacks. So he gets him down to, what is it, he's like in the 20-yard line, something like that. He's close to the red zone at the very least. Instead of stepping up, he's going backwards, and the defender, Bosa in this case, pushed the offensive lineman, and instead of stepping up to let go of the ball, he's still going backwards, and the butt end of the ball hit the lineman and it fumbles. That is a Sam Darnold way to lose the game. And all he had to do was, you feel the rush, but that's the thing that some quarterbacks don't feel it. You feel it, you step up a little bit, or even jump pass. But anyway, I hated to see that. But yes, Nate Landman is the story. Xavier Smith did his thing. Offensive line at times, but Texans have a good pass rush. We knew that, but we thought we were going to score more points. Had we scored at a normal clip, maybe a touchdown in the first quarter, a touchdown in the second quarter, throw another one in the third quarter, we would have won going away, because they're banged up too. They got some players that are out. I think they dropped another lineman during the game, but the main thing is we won. We'll take it. And then but sometimes good teams win these games, and so we'll take it. But I'm not gonna mince words. The offense was very sloppy. At times it looked horrible. And I don't know what the heck we were doing. It was 30-11, and we do a draw play. I was like, did Jeff Fisher take over? Is Jeff Fisher back? I don't know what the hell that was. And then we didn't get Tutu Atwell in there involved enough. Puka Nacua got some weird cut above his eye. They hit him twice with the helmet, but he's ram tough, and he came back. But he had blood on him. When he was out, Whittington took over and caught some nice passes, but we kept having the referees were blowing that whistle today, boy. As soon as we'd have a nice play to set things up to get us in sync on offense, they'd call it back. And so, but yeah, and then let's see, big Davis, big Tyler Davis, number 90, Shades of Sean Gilbert, got his first sack of the year. This defense is going to pick up as the year goes on. Kobe the Land Shark, Kobe Durant the Land Shark, made a heck of a interception, grabbing the ball away from the receiver, right in the sidelines. Barely got it in. It was a great play. Rod Perry, old school OG Rod Perry, and Leroy Irvin would be proud of that. And but yeah, let's get right into the chat, and then we'll get some clips going. I just wanted to come in here. I came in here later because we were watching the games, and I was tired today. I got up early, and then I got my grub for the game, and I got my nachos ready and everything. And I was tired, man. I was going to come on right after, and I was like, you know what? I'm tired. But I couldn't sleep yesterday. You know, I've been watching that show on Apple Plus, the Jason Momoa show. What is it called? War Chief, I think it's called, something like that. War Chief, and it's pretty good. It's pretty good if you guys have it. But anyway, let's get right into the chat. Jacques 42 says, F the Texans, Rudy. Smiley face, green smile, face green smiling. I'm happy with their performance. Yeah, we won. We got the W. That's all that counts. That's all that matters. You don't get an extra win on the board for style points. My guy Gil, hey Rudy. There were times I had to change the channel after a few dumb plays by the Rams. I take the win though. Yeah, man. I was looking at it, and I'm like, and I'm coming from the mind frame of, I know that the Texans have a good pass rush, so they're going to speed you up, and that's what screwed up the synchrony of the offense. Matthew Stafford didn't play a lot. He's been in that immortal trailer, silver bullet trailer, mending the back. And by the way, this was the perfect test. They hit him, and they hit him, and they hit him. And because they have a good pass rush, and right after he gets the ball, he's been backwards and forward. So I think we can put to rest for now, knock on wood, side of the cross, the back is fine, because if he got through this game, they were hitting them. It's a good defense. It's one of the best pass rushes in the league. They have a great front line. And so, but that's the good news. The other thing is we need to get those reps in with Devontae Adams and the guys to make it a little easier, and also get Tutu Atwell's involved more, man. Golly. I mean, it's one thing to say it, but do it. And so anyway, but I'll take it. Exactly right. ESG says, big game Nate. Yes, indeed. Big game Nate, baby. Also, too, shout out to former Ram Ernest Jones for making an interception against Brock Purdy. It didn't help him win, but it was a great play. Let's see. Here's the picture perfect punch from, remember I told you that in one of my lives, that Nate Landman is the ball, the punching the ball out of the ball carrier's hands specialist. Mike Tyson punch. Here we go.
This time Agumbawale, then you see the punch of Landman.
Fish gives the one to get it.
Vacuums it. It's mine. That was a hell of a play, baby. That was a hell of a play. And that was so good. We'll look at it one more time because it's a quick clip.
This time
Chuckalaka.
Then you see the punch of Landman.
There we go, baby. There we go. Sometimes you have to take things in your own hands. You know, like that one drive, right. And the with 53 seconds left in the second quarter, I had to grab. I said, LaFleur, McVay, give me that damn headset. I texted Stockton because he kept calling me and texting me, and I was busy setting my food up in the kitchen and doing stuff, and then I come back and watch the game, and I'm doing something, and then I was like, man, I had to take the effing headset away from LaFleur and McVay and get us that score. You know, like you want to take the control out of somebody's hand when they're playing Madden or something. That's come on, man. Ducey Falco says, big Rams defense wins. Big Rams defensive win. Nate came through. Yes, he did. He came through in the pitch. And that's going to pay dividends. This guy, and I want to tell you guys something. Check this out too, how things work out. So the Atlanta Falcons lost. Thank you, Tampa Bay. You did what you're supposed to. Remember, we have the Atlanta Falcons number one pick, right? That's tucked in right here in our pouch. in our front pocket. So if they have a horrible season, right, we have that first round pick, and we need the heir to Stafford. Okay, now Falcons, number 1 pick, it's ours. Okay, they lost today. Wonderful, beautiful. Like Ice Cube says, it was a good day. Yay, yay. All right. So there's that one. Where did Nate Landman, the Mike Tyson of linebackers, come from? Where did he play? The Atlanta Falcons. So God bless you, Atlanta Falcons. We appreciate you. Hey, get away from there. Give me. Yeah, man. Hold on. Go over there, boy. My grandson went there dropping the pumpkin. This was my fault. All right. No, papas. It was my fault. I dropped it. I tried to grab it from his hand, and I dropped it. I got the hands of Cooper Kupp today. Cooper Kupp dropped a big one today. So anyway, Nate Landman came from the Falcons. So God bless you, Falcons. And hey, and I think if I'm not mistaken, didn't we give the Falcon? Didn't we trade to the Falcons to get rid of Van Jefferson? or no, not Van Jefferson. Didn't we give him Robinson? The receiver that didn't work out. Didn't we trade him to them? I don't remember, but the main point was that they lost today, and also he once played for the Falcons, the Atlanta Falcons. So Falcons are on my mind today. Besides this win, Ubba says there's plenty of time for Devontae Adams to do what he do. There's plenty of time and an opportunity for growth in all 3 phases. The team just has to stay healthy. Yeah, that's exactly right. Also, too, remember they haven't played. The starters, besides Stafford not playing, he played recently, but up until then, he didn't play much. But yeah, they'll get all the continuity. It's just the first game. Had we won 50-3, we'd be how much happier. It's a win's a win, but we would understand. Wait a minute, it's the first game. Even if we would have just blew them out, which I was expecting. Really, I thought we were going to win by at least 10 points, honestly, and we could have. If we would have got 1 or 2 drives, scoring with 53 seconds left in the half, and then we allowed them to score a field goal. That was a hell of a kick by their kicker, though. Abba says, Houston also got 3 sacks. Yep, they have a good defensive line. There's nothing to snoot your nose up at that with that defensive line. And Stafford did get hit, and so now we can rest assured, knock on wood, that maybe hopefully he'll be at practice tomorrow. That he will no, they won, so probably he'll get the day. They'll get the day off, maybe like a walkthrough or something, or just a workout. Maybe on Tuesday they'll come in. But yes, indeed. So, but that was the big test. He got through the game. He led the game-winning drive. He was out there getting hit, getting banged around. A couple of awkward tackles landing on top of him, on his back, on his side, and he was able to withstand it. And was there really any doubt? Right? Yes, as the reason for the low-scoring game was that the coaching staff on each side knew each other too well. That's a great comment. Poor DeMarco Ryans. If you remember DeMarco Ryans, flashback to 2021. He had the Rams number as defensive coordinator of the Niners in the regular season empire, as we call them. And he was the defensive coordinator who not only lost today as head coach to McVay, but he was the Niners defensive coordinator in 2001 that Stafford led the comeback on and won the NFC Championship game again. So props to you, DeMarco Ryan. Great comment, Gil. Great comment. Yep, they do. Yep. Tribe says Trent Williams and CMC both going to be in the nursing home by week 5. Yeah, I was seeing them. They're dropping like flies, man. I hate injuries. Did you guys see if Dotson is back? I was like, no. I was just like, I didn't even care about the win anymore because it's just one. Hey, get out of there. I didn't even care about the win anymore. I did, but hear me out. I was like more so like make sure Dotson's fine. If I have to sacrifice this win for Dotson to be fine for the rest of the year. Also, too, the big takeaway is Alaric Jackson played the full game and was doing a good job against that defensive line. The blood cuts and everything, the blood clots and everything held up the situation, and it was a good day. We got the W. Dude Falco says the Texans have an excellent defense. Rams still scored 2 Ds. Rams defense gave up 0 TDs. That's exactly right, baby. And CJ Stroud is a pain in that. The Rams were, I remember I tweeted this, that they were like a tick slow, too slow, because CJ Stroud is very mobile, but they were a tick just a little too slow, 1 tick too slow from having like 3 sacks more in the first half. They were like, right, he'd get rid of the ball. Right, he'd get rid of the ball. Right, he runs for like a first down. Like, dang it. Deucey Farkas says, landman punch. Love it, love it, love it. Love it. DHP says, hot take, was not able to watch the full game. Davis Allen had a good catch, but was irrelevant. The timing should get better. Yep. Big Rob Havenstein is a warrior, but has mileage on him and is showing. Yeah, he didn't have the greatest of games, but also it's the first game of the year. Havenstein hopefully will get better as the year goes on. Remember that the veterans don't play too much. Veterans don't play at all during the preseason, so they just use the workouts against other teams and against each other. But there's no excuses when you're out there. You're ready to go. But yep. I think he'll be fine though. But yeah, we have a good amount of depth, and but yeah, we just need him to get through this year, and then we'll reevaluate. Jockford uses Puka was punching the Texans. They were hurting. Yep. Man, Puka's a warrior, man. The guy, Puka Nakua, baby. These Farkas, the Texans have an excellent defense. Rams still scored 2 touchdowns. They left a lot of meat on that bone, though. I'll tell you that on offense. We could have scored more, but it's okay. We got the W. That's all that counts. Sam Downer's a bish with an ish. Mike Urbana says Rams got TDs in the red zone, not field goals. That will be key this season. That's a great comment right there. Yeah, we don't need a bunch of field goals. We need touchdowns, but if we got to get them, we got to get them. But this is a game that against CJ Stroud, because we were only up by 5, and they were when we got that fumble, they were like getting into the red zone, like a 25-yard line, and we're only up by 5. And I even said that, like, what are we doing being so conservative? We need to get that first down, Let's see. Here's the land shark doing his thing, baby. The land shark doing his thing. Let's see. Kobe said, give me that.
With the sack. 2nd and 23. Here comes Young. There goes Stroud. And what a interception.
I think he
picked up by Durant. It's a pick at the 41.
Higgins, it looks like Higgins goes up and has it in his hands, and Durant takes it from him. It'll be interesting if he gets down in bounds.
And remember, I was telling you guys, it's a contract year for Kobe Durant. So if he wants to get paid or be paid by somebody else, he's got to do stuff like that. And there you go. That helps secure the win. And we got the W. That's all that counts. The other stuff is just stuff that we need to get better on for sure. Here goes victory speech by Sean McVay.
Here we go. Bring it up. 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 Here we go. Hey, a couple things, man. I will tell you guys this. If that thing.
Hold on. Let me pause this real quick. Let me do this right here. There we go. Okay.
couple things, man. I'll tell you guys this. If that didn't play out like we talked about, I'll tell you what, I learned so much about the team where we did a lot of things, man. We can learn from it, but you found a way, accomplished the mission. Give it up for yourself. Awesome job. Got a couple damn balls, all right? What a great job by Nate Landman. Guys that I could recognize, but I'll tell you what, he ended up getting stitched in back. He came out. Listen closely on this. We all know how lucky we are to have this guy leading the way, but today goes over 60,000 yards. I love this team, man. A lot that we can learn from. But hey, grateful for Matthew Stafford.
Hey, nice job, man. Nice job.
He is him.
Hey, that's a lot of fun, man. A lot of great memories, man. We got a bunch more to make this year, man. That's some good shit right there. Way to finish it. Rams on 3. 1, 2, 3. Rams.
There it is, baby. 60,000 yards from Matthew Stafford, baby. Amazing quarterback. That's my quarterback, baby. That's my quarterback. 60,000 career passing yards. If he has something like, I think it's 4,500, something like that, close to that this year, he's going to enter the top 5 all time. One of the greatest quarterbacks of all time, Matthew Stafford. One of the greatest arm talents of all time, Matthew Stafford. We've seen it only for a couple of years. Imagine we would have had him from the beginning. These guys with what he can do, the sidearm throw, we'll have Victory Monday tomorrow night. We'll have some more clips for that, but I'm just happy with the W. I'm not going to nitpick too much. I'm going to speak about it though, because I don't want to be called a homer. We got the W. That's all that counts. The first time, I believe, since 2021, the Super Bowl year, that the Rams have won Game 1. I believe it is. And so, but like I said, it's a W. It's a W. I'm just explaining how we could have done a better job. We need to get Tutu Atwell more involved, like we've always been saying. Devontae Adams and Matthew Stafford from this point on will be a lot better, more chemistry, because Matthew Stafford is for weeks now been stacking days and playing, getting reps that he missed. I want to give a shout out to Jordan Whittington doing his thing. Xavier Smith again showing that he's not just a kick return specialist. The defense, big Tyler Davis, number 90, looking like a young Sean Gilbert out there. The defense was getting after it. Kobe the Land Shark doing his thing. Quentin Lake. There was one play where they called him, but I'm like, dude, you're putting your hands on him too long. Just jab him. I don't know if you guys remember that play where they got him for grabbing. Like, I don't know how big his hands are, but if you have big mitts, like you can do like Jordan with the ball, you can grab it right here. You can stir them real quick, but you can't keep your hands on them. They won't call it then. If you have big mitts, you can stir it. You can get them off your, and don't use it all the time, because then they'll duck you. But you put your hand on them too long, and that's why they called you. See, this is, I'm just from me playing. I'm not these athletes like these guys, but there's things that you have to do. But I'm like, dude, you had your hand on them too long. Just jab them. You can control them right quick. And then, but anyway, we won. That's all that counts. But the referees were looking there. The referees were seeing every damn thing, man. They were seeing everything. I was just getting, and we all of us fans think that they always are against us, but I mean, they called that roughing the passer call, I believe it was, or whatever they called it on our defensive guy. And I'm like, Stafford gets hit late all the time, and it was just a normal play. I can't remember what I don't think it was roughing the passer. It might have been, I don't remember, but anyway, it had to do with us hitting the quarterback. Unsportsmanlike. No, I mean, it might have been roughing the passer. But anyway, I just saw that there was a penalty, and I went to get up to get something to drink, and then I came back. But yeah, that was just a normal play, and they called it. So stuff like that happens, and that's why you got to leave yourself some room for stuff like that to happen, so you don't get you don't lose. But yes, indeed. Let's see. Let's see here. I think this is the Xavier Smith catch, I believe. Here, let me put this clip up.
From the back, and the chip block, and the throw by Stafford.
Oh, that's Devontae. Excuse me, that's Devontae. Let me get it bigger for you. That's what she said. Hold on. Sorry. Sorry. Hold on. Let's just do this real quick. Hold on. Nope. There we go. Let's just look at it like that. There we go.
The back, and the chip block, and the throw by Stafford.
Adams,
first down.
So we need more of that. Please.
With the catch of the 39.
Please, more of that. That's all you have to do. That's all you have to do. Just pitching catch to Devontae Adams, and then then go to Puka, then pitching catch to Jordan Whittington, then go to Puka, then pitching catch and go to Davis, George Kittle, Allen, then go to Puka, then pitching catch to Tutu Atwell, then go to Puka. But Davis, George Kittle, Allen, the secret weapon, and then Kobe Parkinson. Kobe Parkinson. Now you're a Ram. We want you to do good, but brother, come on, man. Come on. Let's see. Mary says, Rams are cooking. Yes, indeed. JJ Fono, how you doing, brother? What's good, Rudy? And Ramilia just now getting home from the game. Oh, awesome. Not the best game, but a win. That's exactly what I'm saying. It's an ugly, but no win is ugly. It's ugly, but it still looks beautiful in the standings. These fuckers, the Ravens, are trying to lose. Oh, I'm over here talking, and it's a good game. Well, it's been a good game, but minute 40 to 38, Bills, 40-38, Ravens. And the Ravens are trying to secure the win. But that it's early. We'll see what happens. But there's going to be a lot of teams that, let me look at the Chargers with Herbert doing his thing. It's so early, you don't know what to look for. You don't like sometimes teams look like monsters in the beginning of the year and they fall off. But we got the W, and we have to keep winning. Just keep winning. Yep. Game ball to Nate Landman. Yep, the Ravens game. G-Murray says, McVay cooked Kyle's coaching tree, DeMarco Ryans, and Kyle. The Rams house, baby. I saw those. I saw, what was McVay with the Tom Sawyer? McVay with the Tom Sawyer capri pants out there. You know you got swag when you come out with some capri pants, boy. I saw that. What is my boy wearing? Maybe he was in a hurry and he didn't feel like ironing his pants. And when you put the dryer on too high, and he got to doing something. He's over there shaving or something. And then he go, oh shit, I forgot my pants, and he left them in there too. I can still button them. That's all that counts. I'm in a hurry. I saw that. The capri pants, baby. That's funny. Whose house? The champ's house. The soon-to-be the NFC West champ's house. Stafford, yes indeed, and Stafford's giving that, moving real good, moving real mobile, looking real mobile. So back is fine. Jamar says Stafford had them garbage time yards in Detroit. We shouldn't have got him but years ago. We couldn't rescue him any sooner. Hold on, my grandson. Yes, indeed. Rams house. Love it, love it, love it. Jeffrey Stafford to Davis Allen was a thing of beauty. It was a great catch. It was a great catch. So I was messing around calling him Davis George Kittle Allen. I would be happier. Remember, Santa Clara struggled. The defense struggled in the beginning. They had a chance. The Seahawks had a chance to strike, but then again, it's Sam Darnold. Tracy says, "That's okay. I'll call you Homer." No, honestly, I'm optimistic when it comes to these guys, but believe me, and the guys here will tell you, when you're not doing the job or you're not doing what you're supposed to. You hear me today talking about Devontae Adams. Like, I thought you were an upgrade over Cooper Cup, but it's early, But also shout out to Ben Skoranek. I mean, who knew that it took slowing down Aaron Rodgers to get him his first touchdown to get him a touchdown? I thought he was out of the league, honestly. I mean, that's Ben Skoranek. And that was my point too. That Ben Skoranek can get a touchdown, but Devontae Adams can't. Like, what? Mike Malik says the refs sucked. Man, they were every time we got a nice playoff trying to get something going, it's coming back. Oh, the Bills are coming back. The Billy Balls are coming back. Oh, oh, that was a nice pass. And then the guy tripped him, and they didn't call it. So that's why you do that. The Ravens looked up, but they're giving it up. Buffalo circling the wagons. Oh, yeah, I thought he put his leg out. That was his hand. Hold on, guys. Okay, here we go. Hold on. Hold on.
All right, let's get some water, boys. Water up, water up, water up. Oh.
At Stater Brothers Markets, fresh, affordable, community first is our promise to you. Feeding a family can be tough, but nourishing your family should not break the bank. We're committed to providing fresh, affordable groceries and friendly faces. Stater Brothers Markets, fresh, affordable, community first.
Will he make it? Will he make it? Will he make it? We will see. We will see. It's coming. The kick is coming. The kick is coming. Let's see. Let me catch up here. Oh, Henry fumbled. That's why. Okay. Deuce Flacco says Adams will lock in next game. I hope so. He'll be fine. It was first game. Okay. Nobody say right, wide right. They're still getting in place. To say they're still going to get in place to kick it. Okay, I thought they were going to kick it already. That was a great game. I can watch a replay. I love watching games. If I didn't have a live to do, I wouldn't have did this. But I can look over my shoulder. It's not a big deal to me. I'm just trying to figure out how I can get this in here good. Oh, he did it. He went. I'm all adjusted, and he already kicked it. Oh wow! I thought they were going to go to commercial or something. Oh well. The Bills won 41-40. Congratulations, Bills. Damn! Imagine scoring 40 points. You know, I'm over here BSing about winning 14-9. Imagine we score 40 points and still lose. That's crazy. That's crazy. That is crazy. Jack Furry says, Rams left the TD on the field. Parkinson. Yeah, that's what I was just talking about. Parkinson. Mark Malik says, this was the Rams' first preseason game. Honestly, it basically was. Yep. Jim says, Rudy got a new setup. Yeah, I'm over here in the corner of my living room, my / arcade Rams what is it called? Man cave. Joffrey says, I agree, Mike. Yep. Moody missed again. He missed again and he got blocked. The Kyle Shanahan spin is but then he made one. He made one at the end. And then Brock Purdy threw that miraculous Dwight Clark-ish throw to Tungus. And the Seahawk DB was like, go ahead and catch it in front of me. But yeah, so the Kyle Shanahan spin is Jake Moody with the clutch kick to set up the game-winning drive. Facts Not Fiction says, not convinced that Kyren Williams is the right running back. Ooh, hot take. Well, we got to be convinced for right now because we just gave him that contract. But I understand what you're saying. I listen. It's because we're spoiled. We remember Todd Gurley. We see what Saquon Barkley does for the Eagles. We see what Henry, even though he fumbled today, see all the great running backs can fumble. We see what Henry does, being able to take it to the house. Hopefully, Jarquez Hunter will be that for us. The game-breaking running back that can not just go 12 yards, 18 yards, 30 yards maximum, take it to the house. That makes it so much easier if you're running back and take it to the house. Rubio says, LA Sports 33 says, horns up, Ramley. Yes, indeed, baby. Got the dub. Deuce Falco says, I can't believe Buffalo beats can't believe Baltimore beats the Ravens. Is that what you're saying? John Barber says Stafford reaches 60,045 yards. for the 10th all-time 377 touchdowns. He 60,000 yards is amazing. Amazing for Matthew Stafford. Glock 9, a.k.a. Glock 9. 60,000 yards is amazing. And we get to see this guy every Sunday. And yes, indeed, baby. Yes, indeed. I got to tell you something, too. There's a really good content creator who's, I think he's a YouTube channel is Hawk's Blogger, I think. And he was on Grant Cohn's show. And he was trying to compare Sam Darnold to Matthew. It's kind of like how when they try to compare Brock Purdy to Matthew Stafford. You're like, what? Yeah, but he had better stats than him. Okay, but honestly, he had a good season, but he's not better. That's like saying I'm better than Magic Johnson because I had more assists than him last year. There's big time players. There's franchise elite quarterbacks. There's quarterbacks that can take you on they can carry the team. And then there's guys that fit well in the system and they're very good and very competitive. They can make some plays, but they're a tier or two below. That's them. But back to the Hawks blogger. He was trying to say that he doesn't understand why Stafford gets the benefit of the doubt when Sam Darnold, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, well, are you really trying to compare Sam Darnold to Matthew Stafford? Basically, you saw Sam Darnold today. The one time that we're rooting for the guy, right? He took the team to close to the red zone, and instead of stepping up and hitting the guy, he's falling backwards because his mechanics are all jacked up, and he's Sam Darnold, and the butt end of the ball hits his player because he doesn't feel the pass rush right here, and the game's over. Matthew Stafford is able to look like crap, play sloppy because of the back, get himself together for a drive, get a scoring touchdown. Same thing again, get himself together, get a first down here, right himself. Not Sam Darnold. You cannot compare them. These stats, the stats are an important way to give the metrics of a player and all that, but you cannot. There's just stop already with that stuff. It drives me nuts, man. I mean, they were saying how Brock Purdy has better stats and better QBR than Mahomes and Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson. I go, what? Stafford, all these guys. If Brock Purdy was on the same team with any of these players, he would be on the bench. Stop it. But I appreciate those stats, though. That's why I call Brock Purdy the stat padding Brock Purdy, because today was a good win. Today was a good day for them. Darnold screwed that up. Then their receiver Jigba fumbled at the wrong time. And then their defensive backs are watching Tungus catch the ball in front of him in the end zone when he threw it up. And he threw 2 bad picks, and that happens, but they let him off the hook. But anyway, it was a good win for them. Rubio says, offense is getting warmer and the defense is good. Yes, indeed. Josh Allen is a dog. Yeah, and us Ram fans remember Josh Allen. we had to, we didn't, Stafford didn't allow Josh Allen to come in our house this time and outgun us. Remember, we won that. Oh no, was that in Buffalo? Remind me, guys, when we beat them, what 38-34 or something like that. I don't remember the score, but it was a duel. I'll try to plug in my cord here. I can't remember if it was at SoFi or Buffalo a couple years ago. Was it last year? Maybe last year. Last year, right? Puka is a dog. Yes, he is. Tracy says, comparing Davis Allen to George Kittle, tell me you're jealous without telling me. I'm just doing that because I know that Davis Allen is at the very best a guy that tries hard. So that's why I say that. But I'm not being serious, though. That's the difference. I even tweeted that. Davis, George Kittle, Allen with the touchdown. Houston was hitting with the helmet, man. They busted a Puka's eye right above here on his eyebrow open. Job Bomber says is the Ram defense in the Rams win, the defense played tough. Exactly right. These fuckers, Bills scored. Ravens need a miracle. Not today. Jack Ford here's Puka is a playful pet bull. Yes, indeed, baby. Yes, indeed. Bighorn Rams. Jim says, Rudy got sponsors now. Mr. Falcon says, so Bills are doing field goals to win. Hey, and it wasn't right this time. There we go. That's funny. I was trying to set it up so I can see it, what it looks like on the ESPN Gamecast thing, and it was already over. That's funny. I'm just catching up. My guy Tribe. Ever predicted Matthew Stafford 60,000 yards? Love it, love it, love it. Jim Ever says, Rudy, who's your favorite rappers? I'm old school. Al Cool J is hard as hell. I like Eminem. Run DMC back in the day. I like Ice Cube, even though I was a Raider fan. Back in the day, back in the day, way back in the day, way back in the way. Breaking Times, Ice-T. Colors. I am a nightmare walking. Da 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 da. Rudy says, Rudy is singing That's Me in the Corner. That's me in the corner. Shaking my head because the Seahawks lost to the Niners. Ruby says, Mob Squad 2.0 looks good. Yes, they're only going to get better, too. They're only going to get better. Ruby says, Sam Bradford over Brock Purdy. Well, one of those players won rookie offensive rookie of the year. And it's not Brock Purdy. Jameer says, Tribe destroy Rumble. All you got to say is name the last Super Bowl. Honestly, all you have to do in Rumble's chat is say, can everyone here say when was the last Niners Super Bowl that you saw? And then you hear crickets. Honestly, be honest with me. Do Niner fans have to buy backup TVs when the Niners are in the Super Bowl? Oh goodness. Jim Evers says Purdy throwing ducks into men. I was like, the ball's like just hanging there. What do you go ahead, Tungus, catch the ball in front of me? But he made the play. He had to throw it. He threw it up and he made the play. That's all that counts. But yeah, I was like, what do you do? I mean, I couldn't be a Seahawks fan. I was just like, I was rooting for them. They're at home, if you could say it. It was 53% Niner fans. I like, where did these guys come from? Circa 2015, 2016, Levi Stadium was a ghost town. I mean, you literally would see Haas Cartwright walk around. The ghost of Haas Cartwright. Rubo says, I'm looking forward to once this offense starts rolling. Yes, indeed. Rolling. Watch those Rams rolling. Rams hide. Yeah, she said, let's say that Sam Darnold will never make it. Oh, man. You can say that. It's a Hawks blogger. I understand the thing because even when they had the Legion of Boom, the Rams would still beat them. I mean, the Rams 7-9, the Jeff Fisher 7-9 Rams, 8-8 Rams, they would still find a way to beat Russell Wilson. You had Ogletree and the guys, Brockton and Donald getting after that ass. Remember the Greatest Show on Turf when it was starting to go down with Mark Hughes Bulger at quarterback, and remember that comeback win with was it Curtis? I forgot his first name. Curtis, with a receiver. We came back and got a win at Lummons Field, the Seattle Field then. And man, we would always shatter their dreams. Jamar says, that Hawks blogger blocked me. Oh, shoot. Really? Jamar says, Rolex Ricky Pearsall played good. He had a good game. I have to tip my hat off to him. Ricky Pearsall, the NASCAR driver, had a really good game. Stockton, when did you come on? You didn't tell me. What did I miss? My phone was dead and I was plugging it in. I just came on. We were just talking about the Rams win sloppy. We're talking about Devontae Adams, where you at? Tutu Atwell, when you going to be getting more plays and more throws to? Nate Landman, the ball, the separator of the ball from the ball carrier specialist. Yep, Jacques 42 says Ernest Jones picked off Purdy. Yep, he thought he was with the Rams again. Travis says Jacques 42 made coaches huddle quit worse than Brock Mary Sanders. Stockton says, of all the effing days I woke up sick to, man. Well, at least you got the win. Yours says, I'm sick when I go to Mexican store and they got that good stuff. Man's mouth says Devontae had a nice debut. He could have been better. He had some good catches. He had a couple of good catches. Stafford had a hard time getting the ball to him in the beginning. But I wanted to see a deep pass. I wanted him to get a touchdown. Tracy says, I know you're not serious about Davis Allen. I still have to. No, you're fine. It's fine. I understand. Jerry says, Rams won the NFC West. Yes, indeed. Remember, we're defending NFC West champions until we're not. Swing Timer says, Vamos Rams. Yes, indeed. Appreciate you, Swing Timer. We appreciate you coming in, brother. Yeah, I saw Fred Warner, but he's tough, man. He's tough. He's a tough player. He's a pain in the ass, but he got back up. Yep. Rams Mouse says, Byron Young was popping off the screen. The Rams are, listen, the defense was a little bit out of sync today, but CJ Stroud is hard to pin down. Trice says, Everett didn't F around. Goes straight to the Mexican store. Works every time. You to get better? Yeah. Yours is Purdy noodle arm snapped. Yeah, me and Todd Stockton were talking about this earlier. Some of McVay's play calling today was terrible. McVay or LaFleur? A draw on the 45 when it's 30-11. Yeah, we were talking about that. Why are you being so conservative? Why are you being so conservative out there? Why are you so serious? Let me get my guy Master in here. You just got off work. Go Rams. What's up, Rudy? That was a nice win. Congrats to Stafford. Yes, nice win. Wasn't the most beautiful, but we'll take it. That's all. That's what we're talking about. Is that it was a beautiful win in the column. Okay. But the style points, it don't matter. We'll take it. And it works. I mean, we would win a Super Bowl. I don't care if we won the next 3 Super Bowls, just exactly like this. I mean, I'll pull out all my hair. But yes, indeed. Oops. Stockton says, QB sneak with Stafford. Come on. I saw that too. And that was a horrible QB. That was a horrible QB sneak too, man. Come on. See, this is where we can use Lampkin. Just put Lampkin as a fullback. Stockton says, we are not utilizing all of our weapons. And that is a fact. But it's just game 1. We got it. We'll learn from it. Rosbaum says, Texas defense is nice. I'm not tripping about the offense. Yeah, the defensive line was disruptive. And also, too, with Stafford being out, and this is not excuses, just I'm calling it how I saw it. With Stafford being out, not the timing is not there right now. It's just game 1. Even if he was there, sometimes that happens. Yeah, Daddy, my grandson. That defense is disruptive, that defensive line, and so they make you rush it, and that's what they did today. So and that's a good test for us. Stafford got hit, he got rolled around a little bit. What happened to my light? What'd you do? What happened to my light? I just use this guy. My light went out all of a sudden. Did it get unplugged? I'll worry about it later. It's okay. But yeah, so they disrupted the offense. Stafford was out of sync at times, and it showed. And they roughed him up, but he was able to withstand it. Yep, I'm the same way too. It hurts to see Cup in them damn colors. Yeah, and he had a major drop today, and that happens. Hold on, guys. That happens from time to time. That happens from time to time. So let me fix my light here. I'm in the dock. Reba says, Rams have played good against Seattle. Yep. Reba says, Hawksblogger shouldn't have blocked anyone. He should have blocked for Yes, she's, although you won't see it in the stats, Adam had some big third down catches. Yes, indeed. Says, Rambo is talking Super Bowl again. God bless him, the ultimate eternalist. What I want to know is it because of the last place schedule? I mean, just because you go have a good winning percentage in the regular season doesn't mean you can win the Super Bowl. Okay. Oh. Rua says the Whiners and Seagulls look like crap. Stockton says, put Bennett in there if you want to sneak. Yeah, I was almost going to tweet as a joke, but people might get butthurt at the time because I was frustrated with the offense. I was going to say, put in Jimmy or Garoppolo. I mean, put in Stetson or Garoppolo. Let's get a spark for the offense. Luis Murdo says, Rams got lucky. Wait till they play division games. Well, it was this one game we got the win. Remember, the Rams almost swept the NFC West last year. The Rams are a better team than last year. They didn't show it today. Not really worried about that. We will see what happens, but we don't expect the Rams offense to look like it did today, honestly. But, we still get the win. Jockford says Blake Purim had a really nice pickup on the screen. Yep. What up with Ferguson? He's right now Ferguson is tight end 4. So I think he had one catch. He's making $10 million. Stafford locked in. ESG says Dodgers win, Rams win, and Falcons lose. Perfect day. It would have been perfect if the Niners would have lost, but yep. Scar and Blue says late to the show. Any updates on Dodson? Let's look at that right now. I'm interested in that too. Hold on. There we go. Now I got light. Let's look at that right now. When I saw that, I was like, no. I was doing the Darth Vader thing. I was like, no. Hold on. Well, Lemmer had a nice game coming in for him. at left guard. And then what about the hike too? I was like, put Bo Lemmer at center. There was too much mustard on that hike. Remember that? That was horrible. That's why I mean the Rams were sloppy. How many times do you see the ball be hiked so with so much mustard, and it was just a sloppy game. That's what I'm saying, that it's out of the ordinary. Following the game, McVay didn't have much of an update on Dotson, only saying this. I hope Dotson is okay, McVay said before praising Lemmer's versatility. So he'll speak to the reporters on Monday. Dotson did not return. It's hopefully it's nothing serious. He's already the best Rams offensive lineman. So we won't know until tomorrow. Hopefully he'll be fine. It's just a twisted ankle or something. Stockton says Ferguson is behind from injury. Yeah, he got behind when he got hurt, and he's tight end. He's a fourth tight end. Rasmus says it's a good win. I like what I saw from the team, but Verse is the only guy who I was kind of disappointed in. He's got to dominate in a shaky. Yeah, that's a great great comment. Because remember, I was talking about how the Texans are going to be hindered with the injuries on their offensive line, and they lost another guy today, right? And we should have been able to get in there, but CJ Stroud is good at maneuvering in the pocket, and I was very surprised that we weren't able to get in there more. But yeah, but it'll come. It will come. Scarlet Blue says win is a win. That's exactly. We're just critiquing it. That's all. We're glad we got the win for sure. Yep. Stockton says, how come two of our linemen wear goofy head protectors over their helmet? They look like Merlin from the Flintstones. I wasn't aware that you were able to, or didn't notice in the past that you were able to wear it during the games. I know that it's mandatory for practice now. Well, like mandatory, I don't know if it's actual official rule, but a lot of teams are doing it, because I remember Stafford had hit his hand. In 2001, when the Rams first got Stafford, they didn't have those, and he kind of cracked his finger on one of the offensive linemen in practice, and they were like, "Oh shit, get something to protect him," and they started wearing that. James Lesman says Puka is still Stafford's favorite. Yeah, that's the one thing that I noticed. There's nothing wrong with having a guy that's going to make catches for you, but we need to spread it out more. Because I know that they're looking for Puka, and so because he kind of gets comfortable, like he did with Cooper Kupp when Cooper Kupp had the Triple Crown year. You're like, Cooper Kupp has 18 catches, and the next guy has like 8. But a win is a win. Scarborough says, I try to take care. I try to take care in the fact that the Rams brass know what they are doing in regards to Kupp. Yeah, they do, but also too, they've also. I'll say it this way: I trust what the Rams front office does, and the head coach and everything, but they've done some head scratching stuff that I don't agree with, namely, getting rid of Ernest Jones right before the season last year. Now, they must have had a real good reason, but that's one of the reasons why we were very vulnerable to Saquon Barkley in those 2 games. The one in the regular season where he went off for all them yards, and in the playoffs. Could that have cost us not having an Ernest Jones there and having to rely on a Roseboom or a Reader, a learning Omar Spates, even though he is starting now? Could he have got in the way of one of those runs in the playoffs, and we could have got to the Super Bowl and won it again? I do, exactly like you said, I do trust in them and all that stuff, but sometimes they do some head-scratching stuff like that. These fuckers says Rams hit, man. Yes, indeed, baby. Also, too, on that note, if you haven't already, please hit the like or subscribe button. If you haven't already, appreciate you guys coming in. Thank you guys. Let your friends and family know about the Marina Sports Report. We come in on Sunday, 7:05, and also Wednesdays, 7:05. We'll be coming in maybe sooner because now the season is started. But for right now, it's Wednesdays and Sundays, 7:05, and then Victory Mondays as well, 7:05. But for right now, look for Sunday and Monday for sure, 7:05. Let's see. Yeah, she says, I didn't hear Jared Verse too much today. Yep, I didn't either. Rubio says, put in Corum for a sneak. Scarlett says his present did a lot though. Yeah, he was. I saw him coming off the edge. Byron Young was coming off the edge pretty tight. It was just a couple of, just a tick too slow to get him. And in the first half, they were like right gonna get him, and then he'd get rid of the ball. Rubio says, "Where's Pale Time? He's my Canadian brother. Their time schedule's way ahead of ours, so he's probably in Mimi time." Scarlet Blue says, "Tired of the OL injuries." Yes, exactly right. Jim Evers says, Niners gave up Debo but kept Moody. And kept Moody. Algefella says, hello, Ramley, brother Rudy, how you doing? Appreciate you, Algefella. We got the W, baby. That's all that counts. Rams Mouse says, shout out to Bo Lemmer for stepping up. Yes, indeed. That was a hell of a pickup, Bo Lemmer. Bo Lemmer's doing his thing, baby. Here, Bo Lemmer's doing his thing. Let's see. Here's the first touchdown of the season.
With under a minute to go in the half, trying to take the lead.
4th and goal. The pitch out. Williams getting a block, cutting in. Got it. Touchdown. They tied the game. And the cool.
And what was nice too, it was mostly Ramelia today. John Furdy says Seahawks fans were talking mad. Yeah, they were like, "Oh, we're going to win the Super Bowl." It's only one game, but still. First game when most starters didn't play in the season. Yep. Luis Murdo says, "What happened to Beto and his Niner channel, Rudy?" He's back up and running. I reached out to him. He's a buddy of mine. We're like brothers. Like we argue about our teams, and we're very passionate. So, but he's up and running. He just had a live a few days ago. And but he's doing really well. He's been doing other stuff with his businesses and stuff, and so. But yeah, I was hoping that everything was okay with him. But yeah, he's fine. You guys are too much. Rasmus says, "Yeah, the center, their center went out with an ankle injury during the game." Yeah, I was like, another guy left. Oh, we're gonna be able to get to him now. I'm like, it's early, okay? It's early. But I'm like, how does this defensive line do that to the Philadelphia Eagles line? Throw Jalen Hurts around like a rag doll, and we're just a little slow. But it's the first game. That explains it. But it's frustrating. You're like in a sports car. You're like, I can't get into fifth gear. Damn it. Master, it says, any thoughts on getting your t-shirts done? So yeah, it's coming. Honestly, it is coming. I was joking around with Rombo on the chat, but I was doing, Rombo, what do you think about this first shirt for the October 2nd game? I'm toying around with this shirt as a fun shirt for stuff like that. So if you guys remember I almost said the Untouchables from Tombstone. The guy said, well, bye. Oh, so I'm toying around with that, but yeah, there's some, hopefully I'll have more information for you this week coming up, and the store will be up and running. Appreciate you, Masterette. Tennessee is going to be a bigger challenge than most people think. Man, they have Denver scared. They have Denver scared. Monster says, like and subscribe and share. Yes, indeed. Thank you. Appreciate you, Monster. Yeah. If you, like I said it before, hit the like button, guys, even on your way out, and let your people know, your family, your friends that are Ram fans, workers, fellow workers, that we're here, so we can have more hangouts like this more often. And remember, 7:05 on Sunday and Wednesday. And we'll add more days as we progress, and like Victory Monday, stuff like that. But as long as you're subscribed, you hit the alert button, you'll be able to see my even unannounced live chats. It will pop up. Ramilia merch, yes, indeed. So in case you guys, the other day I was watching my live and I said QVC, the Ramilia Sports Store is coming soon. That QR code, almost said it again, will be up and running soon when the store opens. Cool gear, stuff that I would like to wear, that I think that you guys would like to wear, especially my OG Ramilia brothers and sisters. Anything from caps to t-shirts, even the wristbands with messages on them, great players' names, stuff like Los Angeles Rams, a magic still lingers in the name, shirts with that on it. It's going to be cool. Scarlet and Blue says they wore those helmets last season, and it protects those big padded helmets. Says, you know damn well he ain't making no merch. No, it's coming. Verse says, Rubio says Verse is getting double teamed and held the whole game. Yeah, they didn't really have any that offensive line for being beleaguered and hurt. Wasn't very many penalties on them. Master says, Stockton, just draw something out for us and get it printed. Ali Rams, how you doing, brother? Appreciate you, everyone. What's happening, everyone? It's happening. Everything's doing well, man. Rams are 1-0 after an ugly win, but we'll take it. Danny Berry Sports Highlights says, happy Sunday. Hey, guys. Appreciate you, Danny Berry. What a Bills game. Yes, they came back and won. Ali Ram says, I can't believe the Ravens choked that game. Imagine scoring 40 points and losing. Algie Fellas says, Verse returning Rookie of the Year. He is primary target this season. Yeah, he wants to get that D-Roy, that D-Poi award. Tribe says, Ramilia and Everett Merch, the dynamic duo. Deucey Falco says, Rams big Rams win. Rubio says, bang, bang, bang is the sound of another Moody field goal hitting the go uprights. Boing! LA Rams says, how about those 1-0 in the season Rams? Yes, indeed, baby. How about those Rams? Let's see. Here we go. No sound, but we can see it. You got to love when they have a nice clip, but they don't have sound to it. Rams dub. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Let's get into another clip.
Rams territory. To the air. Blocked by Jackson. He's got Nakua. Oh, and he got by Petrie. And down the sideline for a big-time first down. To the 46-yard line of the Texans.
So, like on that pass right there, Stafford's back looks pretty good. Scar and Blue says, Tyler Davis is a name I have to watch the Rams DL. Yeah, Tyler Davis, big number 90, I said before, reminds me of a young Sean Gilbert because of big old 90. Yeah, he's going to be one of the guys pulling forward, doing his thing. Yes, indeed. Rubio says, Powers Booth as Curly Bill Brocus. Love it, love it, love it. Flacco says, had me a bit worried. Yes. Louis Vasillo Skelton says, tuning in from Wellington, New Zealand. Horns up. Yes, indeed, brother. Appreciate you. Puka gets stitched up, comes back on the ball and balls out. Never back down. That's the Samoan way. Landman, what a buy. Yes, indeed, baby. Yes, indeed. Jamar says, I need a Ramilia do-rag. With a big old Ramilia in the front. Lucy Farkas says, what? Rams offense will tee off on the Titans. Looking forward to it. Doctor says, a lot of loss. Let's keep rooting for them to lose. We want a top 10 pick. That's what I was saying earlier, Stockton, that it was a good day. Nate Landman used to play for the Atlanta Falcons. So God bless them for letting him go. And then we got Atlanta's first round pick, and they lost today. So thank you to the Tampa Bay Bucks and Baker Mayfield doing his former coach a solid. John Bomber says, Rudy, I've known you a long time, knowing your family for decades. I love you, but the crawl on your blog says the score was 14. Oh, does it? Thank you. I didn't even notice. Thank you for telling me. I didn't notice that I did that. Hold on. I kind of went, thank you. Yeah. Thank you for telling me. Fixed it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Didn't even notice it. All right. But I did that. The Great Gazoo helmets. Yeah, that's crazy. A lot of ex-Rams had good games around the league. Hunter Schlong, Ben Skoranek, Jalen Ramsey. Yes, indeed. Job Bauer says, Rudy, Rambo must be single. ? Never changes his journey. Oh, man, that's funny. Oh, that's a good one. Never changes his tune either. Hey, Rambo, you guys are going to suck this year or whatever. You guys are going to be in last place. Brings up the 5 Super Bowls. I'm like, what does that have to do with anything? That's like before Dave Roberts won his championship with the Dodgers, and you're Dodger manager now, you haven't won anything, and you're bragging about Tommy Lasorda's World Series trophies. Bro Stover says, what's up, Rudy? How about the Rams winning 14-9? Let's get it. Man, next up, the Tennessee Titans. We want the Titans to remember the night they played the Los Angeles Rams. Rasmus says that's why by then they'll have a QB on a rookie contract and allow them to pay everyone. Yeah, because you got guys coming up, contracts coming up. It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. Rubio says a lot of bonehead penalties. Yep, it was basically our preseason, like you guys were saying. Stockton's too much, man. Oh, man. All right, let's see. All right, and also, too, I want to give a shout out to CJ Stroud because he's a good young quarterback. Unfortunately, he had some guys around him that he didn't have his starting running back. He didn't have all the offensive linemen. It is what it is. It's the NFL. One of his receivers is missing. And, but also, too, I say that because he's a good young player, but he also is a big Matthew Stafford fan. And so he gives him his props. He even at one time said last year or the year before said that if Stafford was with people are sleeping on Matthew Stafford. He's a dog. That if he was with the Green Bay Packers, when Aaron Rodgers was there instead of him, he'd have multiple rings. So I can see where he's saying with that because Matthew Stafford's a bad dude. No matter how good Aaron Rodgers was back in the day, and we'll never know. But prime Matthew Stafford, man. But here they go at the end of the game. All right. Jim says, they say blaming the refs and bringing up in the 80s. All right, guys, I'm going to call it a night. I appreciate you guys. Love each one of you guys. We'll see you guys tomorrow for Victory Monday. Look for the alert. I'll post it in the next hour. Tomorrow, let's see, what is my schedule tomorrow? I'll tell you right now. I should have looked at it earlier. Tell you right now. All right, so tomorrow we're going to come on 8:05. 8:05 tomorrow. I'll see you guys tomorrow for Victory Monday. I appreciate you, each and every one of you guys. Hit the like button before you leave. Let people know about the Remelia Sports Report. We'll see you guys here tomorrow, 8:05 for Victory Monday. Appreciate you guys. As we always say, may the Remelia be with you. And Remulators, mount up. 1-0, baby, 1-0.